Hey guys, so today I have another gardening video to share with you guys. We now have several harvests and things are growing, and yeah, so here are the clips.
These cucumbers they're growing now. I'm excited. I can't wait to make pickles again. This one just has a couple more days left on it. Maybe just one. Who knows? But I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to make pickles again this year. This is the cantaloupe, but I noticed the flower on it, so does that mean there's another one. Does that mean that we've got some cantaloupe soon? We have a bunch of tomato plants that just sprouted out of nowhere. I don't know if these ones are tomatoes though. I think these might be. I'm not sure, but I could have sworn there was more. I noticed that the blackberries have traveled inside of the garden. I never noticed that before. We've got a whole bunch more blackberries on here ready to pick. So here is the mini harvest from today. We got 5 blackberries, a yellow squash, and a zucchini. So this is the tiny zucchini plant, and look how big that one's getting so far. So this guy's gonna be ready to pick pretty soon. There's a new one started down there. Look at this one. Oh, the leaf's in the way. Look at that. Some of these I'm gonna be able to pick in the next day or two. That one's getting pretty big down there. These peppers are starting to get pretty big. These are the Hungarian hot wax. We've got a pepper right here. I think these might be the banana peppers. And these ones are getting pretty big. Maybe these aren't banana peppers. I heard, okay, so if they grow up, that they're spicy, and if they grow down, that they're sweet. See, these are sweet. They're growing down. Look how big those tomatoes are getting. This one's about ready to pick. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pick it before it gets, before it splits or gets eaten by bugs. So just one little veggie today from our harvest, from today's harvest. So it's been a while since I've done a garden update. The weather hasn't been great. But today is the day after that big storm, the big flooding that happened. And look how much I got. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the pickling cucumbers, 2 little like cherry tomatoes, 1, 2 zucchinis, and 3 big yellow squash. And then I picked some blackberries. We've still got a few yellow squash started on here. We've got a few smaller zucchinis that aren't ready yet. Same on, whoa, that one's got to get picked. I didn't realize how big that, I didn't see that one. And look at all of these in here. There's so many. We've got a whole bunch of cucumbers still on here, but they're all pretty tiny. This one should be ready in like a day or two. And then there's one down here that should be ready probably tomorrow. We've got some peppers on this one, like right here. Got some on this one that aren't quite big enough to pick yet. We've got some over here. Here's our rogue tomato plant, which there's some flowering started. Here's another rogue tomato plant. It's getting a little bit. Here's our cantaloupe, which it started to flower. So I'm super excited about that. Another pepper plant with some stuff. This guy fell over from the rain. Another pepper got another pepper on this. This one has a lot. This one will be ready to pick pretty soon. There's one on here and a few on here. We've got a green pepper. The tomatoes are just kind of a mess. They all kind of fell over. Here's one that's pretty much ready to pick like tomorrow. Those are starting to turn golden. These still haven't changed color yet, but they're getting pretty big. And our watermelon is still super tiny. Then here's our bigger cucumbers. These are, I think, burpless. But we've got some little guys started on there. Here's another one. Look at all these tomatoes in here that are starting to turn golden, but not quite. Then we've got ones that are almost ripe of the little cherry tomatoes, and these are the ones that I picked. We have 5 of the cherry tomatoes and 6 of the golden little tomatoes. Look at all these peppers. They're almost ready. They have to turn more of like a yellow color rather than this green. So I'm gonna keep them on here for a little longer. They're supposed to get bigger than this, so. But they're getting big. Look how big the basil got. These peppers are getting pretty big too. I'm not sure. These are the Hungarian hot wax. I have to look up how big these get. These might be ready pretty soon. I know if you leave them on longer that they do start to turn red. So I know once they start to turn red that they're okay to pick. And our one zucchini plant is dying. Not really sure why, but it didn't start doing this until after the flooding. So I don't know if some of these plants got too much water, because some of them aren't producing as nicely as they should be. So I don't know. Although this squash plant is humongous. And our dill plant died too. I don't know why, but it was okay until after the storm too. So it's got one stalk that seems to be doing okay at the top, but I don't know. It didn't thrive like the dill plant did last year, that's for sure. Then we've also got some more ripe blackberries to pick. I'm gonna pick all of them. So I got 4. There was one that was overly ripe that I threw in the grass. Our grapevine is overrun by spotted lanternflies, which they eat the grapevine, so I've got to like knock them all off. And I got a pickling cucumber today as well, so just a small little harvest today. And I also wanted to show you I believe this is burpless cucumbers, but it doesn't really look like them. We've got a cucumber on here. I'm just gonna let it go for longer and see if it gets longer. And there is another one on here somewhere that I saw, but I can't, oh, here it is, up here. And then we've got a little one right there. So here we've got some squash. There's squash on the other side that I need to cut right down there. Well, all the zucchini plants seem to be dying. Well, that's really unfortunate. Well, there's several cucumbers that need to come off, I think. Maybe just one. So we've got some peppers that are changing to like reddish color that needs to come off. And then we've got a whole bunch of tomatoes ready. So we have quite a big harvest today. We have 1 yellow squash. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe these are banana peppers. So we have 5 banana peppers, 3 pickling cucumbers, 6 blackberries, and then we have several of these cherry tomatoes, and then a whole bunch of these golden orange cherry tomatoes. So we've got these 2 little buds on the kiwi plant. Not sure if that's fruit starting or if that's just a flower. Look how big this cucumber's gotten. I think I'm gonna pick this one. It's not very long, but it's getting really fat. So today's harvest is not super huge. We have a yellow squash, this cucumber right here, and then this is leftover from yesterday's, but I got one blackberry and then all these cherry and golden tomatoes. These are delicious, by the way. Oops, I dropped it. These are the sweetest cherry tomatoes that I've ever had in my life. So we've got another yellow squash to pick off here. Look how big that is. Holy moly. We've got a bunch of cucumbers. I already picked one off, but there's a bunch. We've got some more peppers ready to come off. And then a bunch of cherry tomatoes. So here's today's harvest. We have the squash. We have 3 pickling cucumbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. I believe these are banana peppers. And then we have all these tomatoes. So here's a regular sized tomato. And it has a little hole in it. That could probably be cut off. And then a bunch of the cherries and a bunch of the orange cherries. Golden cherries.
So yeah, that's our garden so far. I hope you enjoyed this. I really like doing these gardening videos, so I hope you guys enjoy watching them. But that is everything for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching and have an awesome day. Bye!